I always believed family came first. Work hard, stay quiet, don't complain, my mother used to say, and I live by that rule. I'll make you proud, Mom, I told her many times. She would nod without looking at me. Just do what you're told, she replied. I worked 2 jobs, paid bills, and kept my head down. When neighbors praised me, she said, Eric is the smart one. When I asked for time, she said, later. Later never came. Why do you always compare me to him? I asked one night at dinner. Linda sighed. Stop being sensitive. I'm not, I said. I just want to matter. You matter, she answered quickly, then changed the subject. Eric laughed from the couch. You worry too much. I swallowed my words. I'm trying, I said. Try harder, my mother replied. I remembered being 10, holding a report card. I got an A, I said. She said, that's good, without looking up. Eric shouted, Mom, watch this. She ran to him. Careful. I stood there until my hands hurt from gripping paper. That morning, years later, I cleaned the kitchen before work. You didn't have to, she said. I wanted to, I replied. Eric walked in. Where's my breakfast? She smiled. Coming. I watched her turn her back on me. At work, my manager asked, You okay? Yeah, I lied. Just tired. Don't burn yourself out, he said. I can't afford to slow down, I replied. Family issues, he asked. Always, I said. That night, the argument started over money. I paid the electric bill, I said. So? Linda snapped. So we're short for rent, I answered. Eric shrugged. Figure it out. I'm figuring it out, I said. I always do. Linda slammed her hand on the table. Why are you acting like a hero? I'm not, I said. I'm asking for help. You're asking for praise, she said. I'm asking to be treated like family. Eric smirked. You're not my brother. I looked at him. We grew up together. That doesn't mean anything, he said. It means something to me, I replied. My chest tightened. Mom. She crossed her arms. What? Say something, I said. She stared at me like I was a stranger. You know, she began. I never wanted this conversation. Then don't have it, I said. No, she replied. It's time. Time for what? I asked. For honesty, she said. Eric stood beside her, quiet now. I took you in, she said. You raised me. I answered. I fed you, she said. I worked, I replied. You lived under my roof, she said. I paid for it, I answered. Her voice sharpened. You were never my real son anyway. The room went silent. I felt heat rush to my face. What did you say? She didn't repeat it. She didn't have to. Eric looked away. I tried, I whispered. Stop making this dramatic, Linda said. I loved you, I said. She scoffed. Love doesn't change blood. I thought about scraped knees and late nights. Then why keep me? I asked. Because I had to, she said. Had to, I repeated. Yes, she replied. Eric stayed quiet. My hand shook. So that's it. That's the truth, she replied. Eric said nothing. I laughed once, short and broken. All these years. Don't start, she warned. I won't, I said. I'm done. I walked to my room. My bag was already there. You planned this, I said from the hallway. Don't be ridiculous, she answered. Eric stayed silent. I grabbed clothes and photos. I hope he takes care of you, I said. She looked past me. You're overreacting. No, I replied. I'm finally reacting. I stood on the porch longer than I expected. You don't have to leave, Linda called. Did you mean it? I asked. You heard me, she said. That's not an answer, I replied. Eric cleared his throat. Stop pushing her. I'm talking to my mother, I said. She's my mother, he replied. I stepped back inside. Say it again, I said. What? Linda asked. Because I need to hear it clearly, I answered. You're not my real son, she said. Eric exhaled. Then what was I? I asked. A responsibility, she said. A mistake. She didn't deny it. I nodded. Okay. That's it, Eric asked. That's everything, I replied. I picked up my keys. I paid last month's rent. So, she asked. So consider it goodbye. You'll come back, she said. No, I replied. You always do. Not this time. My phone rang outside. You forgot your jacket, she said. I don't need it. You'll get sick. I already was. A man walking his dog asked, You all right? I will be, I said. I reached the corner and stopped. This is me, I whispered. I kept walking into the dark, breathing steady, heartbroken, but free tonight. Jason opened the door in his pajamas and blinked at me. "You look like hell," he said. "I know," I replied. "Come in," he said. "No questions yet." I dropped my bag near the couch. "I might stay a while." "Stay as long as you need," he said. "You're safe here." I sat down and stared at the floor. She said it. He leaned against the wall. "Said what?" "That I wasn't her real son." Jason's jaw tightened. "She actually said that?" Straight to my face. "Damn," he muttered. "I'm sorry." I rubbed my eyes. "I keep hearing it." "You don't deserve that," he said. "I tried," I replied. "I know," he said. "I'll watch you try your whole life." We sat in silence until he spoke again. "You hungry?" "No," I said. "You still need to eat," he replied. "I don't feel anything," I said. "That's worse," he answered. Later, he handed me a blanket. "Couch is yours." "Thanks," I said. "Talk to me," he added. "What if I don't know how?" "Then start anywhere." "I remember my 13th birthday," I said. "What about it?" "She forgot," I replied. Jason shook his head. "I remember. You showed up," I said. "Someone had to," he replied. I laughed softly. "She said she was busy." "With Eric?" he asked. "Always," I said. Jason frowned. "Why do you keep excusing her?" "Because she's my mother," I said. "And?" he asked. And I thought that meant something. The next morning, my phone stayed quiet. I checked it anyway, waiting for a call. Jason asked. "Maybe," I replied. "From her?" "Yes." He sighed. "You think she'll apologize?" "I don't know," I said. "You do know," he replied. I didn't answer. At work, Sarah noticed my face. "You look tired," she said. "I didn't sleep," I replied. "Long night." "Long life," I said. She handed me coffee. "You don't have to explain." "Thanks," I said. "You're quieter than usual," she said. "I'm always quiet," I replied. "Not like this," she said. During lunch, Jason texted me. "You okay?" "Still breathing," I replied. "That's a start," he sent back. After work, Sarah walked with me. "You heading home?" she asked. "Sort of," I said. She smiled gently. "That sounds complicated." "It is," I replied. At Jason's place, he asked, "Did she call?" "No," I said. He nodded. "I figured." "Why does it still hurt?" I asked. "Because you cared," he replied. "And she didn't," I said. "She did," he corrected. "Just not the right way." I paced the room. What if I wasn't enough? Jason stopped me. "Don't do that." "Do what?" "Blame yourself," he said. "She chose him," I replied. "She chose comfort," he said. "That makes it worse," I answered. That night, memories wouldn't stop. "I paid rent at 17, I said. "You shouldn't have," Jason replied. "I wanted to help," I said. "You wanted to belong," he answered. The next day, my phone buzzed. My heart jumped. Jason looked up. "No," I said. "Spam." He cursed under his breath. At work, Sarah asked, "You okay today?" "I think so," I replied. "You don't sound sure," she said. "I don't know what normal is," I answered. She nodded. "That makes sense." I messed up an order. "Take a break," she said. "I'm fine," I replied. "You don't have to be strong all the time," she said. I looked at her. I don't know how not to be. That night, Jason said, "Why do you keep chasing her approval?" "Because if she loves me, it means I mattered," I replied. "You already matter," he said. "To who?" I asked. "To me," he replied. I looked away. Another day passed. Still no call. "She really isn't going to reach out," I said. "No," Jason replied. "And that's on her." I checked my phone again. "I feel stupid," I said. "For hoping?" he asked. "Yes," I replied. "Don't," he said. "Hope means you're human." Sarah texted me. "If you need to talk, I'm here." I stared at the screen. Why is she kinder than my own mother? Jason answered, "Because blood isn't love." That night, I finally cried. "I wasn't enough," I said. "You were more than enough," Jason replied. "She never chose me," I whispered. "She lost you," he said. I lay on the couch, chest heavy. "I don't know who I am without her." "You're about to find out," Jason replied. My phone stayed silent. No apology. No explanation. "I guess this is it," I said. Jason nodded. "This is the truth." At work, Sarah smiled at me. "You showed up," she said. "I always do," I replied. "That matters," she said. For the first time, I wondered if family could be built, not inherited. The thought scared me. but also kept me breathing. I didn't go back. You should say something, Jason told me. I won't, I replied. Why, he asked. Because silence hurts more than shouting, I said. My phone buzzed that night. Jason looked at the screen. No, I said. Eric, the message was short. You finally ran away. Figures. You were never family anyway. Jason clenched his fist. Say the word. I'm not replying, I said. He wants a reaction, Jason said. He won't get one, I replied. I stared at the phone. It would feel good to fight back. It would feel good for 5 minutes, Jason said. And after? I asked. You'd still feel empty, he replied. I put the phone down. Then I choose empty now, not bitter later. Jason nodded. That's strength. At work, Sarah noticed me staying late. You're pushing yourself, she said. I need to, I replied. Or you're running, she said. Maybe both, I answered. She leaned against the desk. You haven't checked your phone once today. I'm done waiting, I said. For them, she asked. Yes, I replied. She smiled softly. Good. The next message came during lunch. Mom says you owe us an apology. Jason read it over my shoulder. That's rich. I deleted it. That's it? He asked. That's it, I said. Inside, my chest burned. I want to scream, I admitted. Then scream, Jason said. Not at them, I replied. At the future. At work, Sarah said. You've changed. Ow, I asked. You don't shrink anymore, she replied. I'm tired of being small, I said. She handed me a file. You're good at this. I've always been, I replied. You just didn't believe it, she said. That night, Jason asked, any regrets? Yes, I said. About what? Not leaving sooner, I replied. Another message came. Don't act like a victim. I blocked the number. Jason raised an eyebrow. That's permanent. So is what they said, I replied. I lay awake thinking. What if silence makes me weak? Jason answered from the other room. What if it makes you free? At work? Sarah asked. How are you holding up? I'm choosing myself, I said. That's not selfish, she replied. I know, I said. It just feels new. A week passed. No calls. No apologies. They really meant it, I said. They always did, Jason replied. I just didn't want to see it, I answered. Eric sent one last message from a new number. You'll regret this. I deleted it without reading twice. Jason smiled. Proud of you. I'm scared, I said. Do it scared, he replied. At work, Sarah clapped when I finished a project. You nailed it. I focused, I said. That's what happens when you stop bleeding everywhere, she replied. That night, I looked at my phone and felt nothing. No anger, I said. That's peace, Jason replied. I didn't forgive them. I didn't fight them. I didn't beg. I let go. And for the first time, I felt taller. Time kept moving even when I wanted it to stop. You look different, Jason said one morning. Different how? I asked. Straighter, he replied. Like you're not apologizing for breathing. I got tired, I said, of feeling small. Work became my anchor. My manager called me in one afternoon. Sit down, he said. Saturday, am I in trouble? No, he said. You're getting promoted. I blinked. What? You earned it, he said. No excuses. No drama. I nodded slowly. Thank you. He smiled. You did this. I told Jason that night. They finally saw me. They always did, he replied. You just stayed long enough for it to matter. Sarah texted when she heard. Proud of you. I stared at the message longer than I should have. That feels good, I said. Jason laughed. Get used to it. Weeks passed. I bought new clothes. Look at you, Jason said. I needed a reset, I replied. You needed permission, he said. From who? Yourself. At work, Sarah said, you don't flinch anymore. I stopped expecting the floor to drop, I replied. That's growth, she said. It feels strange, I admitted. Strange can be healthy, she replied. One night, I opened an old box. Photos stared back at me. That's the past, Jason said. I know, I replied. Then why keep it? I held a picture of Linda and Eric. I thought it proved I belonged. Does it? He asked. No, I said. I threw the photos away. The sound was quiet, but final. You okay? Jason asked. I am, I said. I didn't feel anything. That's peace, he replied. The phone rang the next day. It's Carol, Jason said. I answered. Hi, Aunt Carol. Just checking on you, she said. I'm doing well, I replied. She paused. Things are tense over there. I figured, I said. Eric quit his job, she added. That's his choice, I replied. She sighed. Your mother's stressed. I hope she figures it out, I said. She misses you, Carol said carefully. I miss who I thought she was, I replied. Carol went quiet. That's fair. After the call, Jason asked, You okay? Yes, I said. I didn't feel guilty. Good, he replied. At work, Sarah noticed my mood. Something happened. Family noise, I said. You don't look shaken, she replied. I'm not, I said. I'm done carrying it. She smiled. I like this version of you. I'm still learning him, I replied. Another call came a week later. Eric's borrowing money, Carol said. From who? I asked. Everyone, she replied. That won't end well, I said. No, she agreed. I hung up and felt nothing. That scares me, I admitted to Jason. It shouldn't, he replied. You're not responsible. I know, I said. I finally know. Work kept rewarding consistency. You're reliable, my manager said. I learned the hard way, I replied. Sarah laughed. You're allowed to enjoy this. I'm trying, I said. One night, Jason raised a glass. To your new life. To quiet victories, I replied. They're the best kind, he said. I passed my old street once. I didn't stop. You didn't look back, Jason noted. I don't live there anymore, I said. Carol called again. The house might be sold, she said. I'm sorry, I replied, and meant it. You don't sound guilty, she said. I'm not, I answered. After the call, Sarah asked, Do you regret leaving? No, I said. Not even a little. Not anymore, I replied. I stood in my room that night, surrounded by things I chose. This is mine, I whispered. Jason heard me. You built it, he said. I slept deeply for the first time in years. The power had shifted quietly, and it stayed with me. I was drinking tea when my phone started vibrating. You're staring, Jason said. It's her, I replied. Linda? Yes. Answer it. I don't know, I said. You don't know her anything, he replied. I know, I said, and answered anyway. Hello, I said. Don't sound surprised, Linda replied. I wasn't expecting you, I said. Well, I'm calling, she said. I see that, I replied. There was a pause. How have you been? She asked. I'm fine, I said. Good, she replied quickly. That's good. Why are you calling? I asked. She sighed. We need to talk. We already did, I replied. Her voice tightened. This is different. Different how? Eric made mistakes, she said. He always does, I replied. Don't talk about him like that, she snapped. You brought him up, I said. She cleared her throat. He's in trouble. What kind? I asked. Financial, she said. And legal, she added quietly. Jason leaned closer. Stay calm, he mouthed. I'm listening, I said. We need help, Linda said. Who's we? Me, she replied. Your family. I laughed once. You didn't say that before. This isn't the time, she said. When was? I asked. She ignored that. You're doing well, right? I'm surviving, I replied. Then you can help, she said. My chest tightened. Is this why you called? Don't be dramatic, she replied. I'm being clear, I said. We raised you, she said. You reminded me I wasn't yours, I replied. Her tone sharpened. That again? Yes, I said. Always that. You're holding grudges, she said. I'm holding boundaries, I replied. She sighed loudly. Eric needs money. No, I said. What? She asked. No, I repeated. You can't be serious, she said. I am, I replied. After everything I did for you, after everything you said, I replied. Her voice dropped. You're being cruel. I'm being honest, I said. You're punishing me, she accused. I'm protecting myself, I replied. Jason whispered, breathe. I did. You think you're better than us now? Linda asked. No, I said. I just know my worth. You wouldn't survive without family, she said. I already am, I replied. She went silent. So that's it? Yes, I said. You won't help. No, I replied. You're choosing this? Yes, I said. Her voice turned cold. I knew you'd turn out selfish. I closed my eyes. You always think that. You owe us, she said. I owe myself, I replied. She scoffed. Eric is your brother. He never acted like it, I said. He's blood, she argued. Blood didn't save me, I replied. Jason nodded silently. You'll regret this, Linda said. I already lived my regret, I answered. You're heartless, she snapped. I learned from you, I replied. She inhaled sharply. Don't call us again. I wasn't planning to, I said. You think karma will save you? She asked. I think karma is busy, I replied. She hung up. I stared at the phone, hands shaking. You okay? Jason asked. I don't know, I said. You did the right thing, he replied. It doesn't feel right, I admitted. Growth rarely does, he said. I sat down hard. Was I too harsh? No, Jason replied. I could have helped, I said. And lost yourself, he answered. My phone stayed silent. She didn't change, I said. She showed you exactly who she is, Jason replied. I rubbed my face. I wanted her to apologize. She wanted money, he said. That hurts, I admitted. It should, he replied. It means you cared. I stood up slowly. I didn't yell. You didn't beg, Jason added. I didn't forgive, I said. You didn't revenge, he replied. I looked at the phone again. Karma didn't need my help. No, Jason said. It found him on its own. I took a deep breath. I'm shaking. That's your old fear leaving, he said. I hope so, I replied. That night, I slept uneasy but clear. I said no, and the world didn't end. Carol called early. I didn't want to tell you like this, she said. You can tell me, I replied. She sighed. Eric stole money. I stayed quiet. From your mother, she added. I figured, I said. Jason watched my face. Bad. Worse, I replied. Carol continued. He emptied her savings. How? I asked. Lies, she said. Promises. That sounds like him, I replied. She hesitated. The house is gone. Sold. Lost, she said. Jason muttered, damn. I felt a strange stillness. And Eric? He left, Carol said. Where? No one knows, she replied. So he ran, I said. Yes, she whispered. I closed my eyes. Is she alone? Yes, Carol said. I nodded slowly. Thank you for telling me. I thought you should know, she replied. After the call, Jason asked, how do you feel? I don't know, I said. That scares you, he replied. Yes, I admitted. At work, Sarah noticed me staring. You're miles away, she said. Family stuff, I replied. She leaned closer. The heavy kind? Yes, I said. Talk to me, she said. Eric took everything, I said. She blinked. Everything. Yes, I replied. And your mother? She defended him, I said. And now? He's gone, I replied. Sarah frowned. How do you feel about that? I wanted her to regret it, I said. And now? I didn't want this, I admitted. Jason later said, you're not smiling. I'm not sad either, I replied. That's the calm, he said. It feels wrong, I said. It's earned, he replied. Carol called again that night. She keeps asking about you, she said. What does she say? That she made mistakes, Carol replied. And that she's tired, she said. Jason shook his head. Now, I know, I said. Carol added, she still defends Eric. Of course she does, I replied. She says he was desperate, Carol said. So was I replied. I hung up and stared at the wall. She still can't say my name, I said. Jason answered, she never learned how. At work the next day, Sarah said, you're quiet. I'm thinking, I replied. About forgiveness? She asked. No, I said. About limits. She nodded. Those matter. I used to think love meant endurance, I said. And now I think it means choice, I replied. Carol's voice echoed in my head. She's alone. Jason noticed. You're carrying it. I don't want to, I said. Then don't, he replied. I remembered Linda defending Eric. He's just misunderstood, she used to say. Jason said, and you? I was invisible, I replied. Sarah asked later, do you feel guilty? No, I said. Relieved? No, I replied. Then what? Clear, I said. That surprised me. I feel clear. Sarah smiled softly. That's growth. Carol texted. She won't eat. I stared at the screen. Jason asked, what now? I don't know, I said. You don't have to decide, he replied. I typed back. I hope she's okay. Nothing more. At dinner, Jason said, you didn't jump. I wanted to, I said. And I didn't, I replied. Sarah later said, "You're allowed to care without fixing." "I'm learning that," I said. Carol called one last time that week. She asked if you hated her. I paused. "Tell her no," I said. And tell her I chose myself," I replied. I hung up and felt steady. Jason looked at me. "You're not the boy she broke." "I know," I said. That night I spoke out loud. I wanted her to regret her words. Jason listened. "But not like this," I finished. "That's compassion," he said. "It doesn't mean I go back," I replied. "It means you grew," he said. I looked at my hands. They weren't shaking. "I decide now," I said. Jason smiled. "You always could. Eric took everything from her. But he didn't take me." The knock came late. Jason looked at me. "You expecting someone?" "No," I said. Another knock, slower this time. "Don't answer if you don't want to," he said. "I want to know," I replied. I opened the door and froze. Linda stood there, thinner, eyes red. "Can we talk?" she asked. I stepped aside. 5 minutes. She walked in slowly. "Thank you." Jason stayed silent. She looked around. "You look well." "I am," I replied. "That's good," she said quickly. "Why are you here?" I asked. Her voice cracked. I didn't know where else to go. "You had choices," I said. "Not anymore," she replied. She sat down and covered her face. "I messed up." I didn't answer. "I was angry," she said. "You were honest," I replied. She shook her head. "I didn't mean it." "You said it," I said. Tears fell. "I lost everything." "I know," I replied. "You don't understand," she said. "I understand enough," I replied. She looked at me. "I'm still your mother." "You said you weren't," I said. "That was a mistake," she cried. "No," I said. "That was truth." She reached for my hand. I stepped back. "Please," she said. "Why now?" I asked. She froze. "Why didn't you come before?" I asked again. "I didn't think you'd listen," she replied. "I always listened," I said. She wiped her face. "I was ashamed." "Of what?" I asked. "Of choosing wrong," she whispered. Jason spoke quietly. "You hurt him." She looked at him. "I know. Knowing doesn't fix it," I said. She turned back to me. "I need you. You didn't need me when I needed you," I replied. "I do now," she said. "That's the problem," I replied. Her shoulders shook. "I didn't mean to lose you." "You did," I said calmly. "I was scared," she said. "So was I," I replied. She raised her head. "Say something." "I am," I said. She frowned. "You're so cold." "I'm calm," I replied. She whispered, "I'm sorry." I nodded once. "That's it?" she asked. "That's all," I replied. She stared. "You're not forgiving me?" "I didn't say that," I said. "Then what?" "I'm not coming back," I replied. Her mouth trembled. "I'm alone." "You chose that," I said. "You sound like Eric," she snapped. "I learned from both of you," I replied. She stood suddenly. "So, this is punishment?" "No," I said. "This is consequence." She paced. "I raised you. You reminded me you didn't want to," I replied. "I fed you," she said. "You control me," I replied. Her voice rose. "You owe me respect." "I gave you love," I replied. "That's not the same," she said. "It was everything," I replied. She sank back down. "I didn't think you'd be like this." "I didn't think you'd come begging," I said. She gasped. "Begging?" "Yes," I replied. "I'm your mother," she said. "And I'm the son you rejected," I replied. Tears streamed again. "I lost my house." "I know," I said. "Eric took it," she whispered. "I know," I repeated. She looked up. "He left me." "You defended him," I said. "He needed help," she said. "So did I," I replied. Silence filled the room. "I didn't know how to love you right," she said. "That doesn't mean you didn't know," I replied. She took a breath. "What do you want from me?" "Nothing," I said. "That hurts," she replied. "It should," I said. Jason shifted. "Time's up." She looked at me. "Please." "I won't yell," I said. "I won't insult you. But I won't save you." She stood slowly. "You're different." "I had to be," I replied. "You're strong," she said. "I had no choice," I replied. She nodded once. "I lost my son." "You let him go," I said. At the door, she stopped. "I'll wait." "Don't," I replied. She turned. "Why?" "Because I'm done being chosen last." She left without another word. Jason exhaled. "You okay?" "Yes," I said. "That was hard," he said. "It was clear," I replied. I closed the door and leaned against it. My hands didn't shake. My voice didn't break. My heart hurt, but it stood. I didn't win by hurting her. I won by not losing myself. I didn't sleep much after she left. Jason noticed. You didn't pace, he said. I didn't need to, I replied. That's new, he said. So am I answered. In the morning, my phone buzzed once. A message from Linda. Please. I stared at it. Jason asked, You gonna answer? No, I said. You sure? Yes, I replied. At work, Sarah watched me closely. You look lighter, she said. I feel empty, I replied. That's not the same, she said. I know, I answered. During break, Jason texted. Proud of you. I typed back, it hurts. Growth does, he replied. That evening, Linda showed up again. I opened the door before Jason could stop me. She looked worse. I just need a minute, she said. One, I replied. She stepped inside and collapsed onto the chair. I can't breathe, she said. Sit, I replied. She covered her face. I lost you. You let me go, I said. She looked up. I thought you'd forgive me. I forgave myself, I replied. That's not the same, she said. It's enough, I answered. She cried harder. I was wrong. I know, I said. I said things I didn't mean, she said. You said what you felt, I replied. She reached for my sleeve. I need my son. I needed a mother, I said. She froze. I waited. I continued. I begged quietly. She whispered, I didn't hear you. You did, I replied. You chose not to listen. Her voice shook. Can't we start over? No, I said calmly. Why? Because I won't survive it, I replied. She stared at me. You're killing me. I'm saving myself, I said. Jason stepped closer. You should go. She looked at him. He's all I have. He has himself now, Jason replied. Linda turned back to me. Say you don't hate me. I don't hate you, I said. Then why? Because love without respect destroys, I replied. She sank lower. I don't know how to live with this. You'll learn, I said. She shook her head. You were supposed to stay. I was supposed to be loved, I replied. Silence filled the room again. I failed you, she said. Yes, I replied. That's it. That's honesty, I answered. She wiped her face. I can't fix this. No, I said. Will you ever come back? No, I replied. Her shoulders slumped. Then I lost my son forever. You chose that moment, I said quietly. She stood and walked to the door slowly. I'm sorry, she said one last time. I know, I replied. When the door closed, Jason put a hand on my shoulder. You did it. I feel sick, I said. That passes, he replied. Later, Sarah called. Jason told me. Everything, I asked. Enough, she said. I didn't yell, I said. That's strength, she replied. I thought I'd feel relief, I admitted. You feel grief, she said. For what? For the mother you wanted, she replied. Jason joined us on speaker. You're not broken anymore. I don't feel whole, I said. You don't have to, Sarah replied. Just free. That word stayed with me. Free. I sat alone later, replaying her words. I lost you. I answered out loud. You never held me. I thought about the boy who waited by the window. I thought about the man who walked away. They weren't enemies anymore. Jason knocked softly. You hungry? A little, I replied. That's progress, he said. At the table, he said, You didn't choose hate. No, I said. You chose self-respect, he replied. Yes, I said. Sarah texted before bed. I'm here. I smiled. Thank you, I whispered. I lay down and breathed deeply. No shouting, no chasing, no begging. I wasn't a victim anymore. I was a man who chose himself, and that was enough. I woke up kept early, moving even when I wanted it to stop. Jason noticed it immediately. Jason said one morning. You don't look angry different anymore, how? He said. I asked. I'm not. Straighter, I replied. He replied. Not even like tired. You're not apologizing not on myself, for I said. I got tired. My manager called me in. Of feeling small. You handled that client work became my perfectly, anchor, she said. My manager called me in one afternoon. I replied. Sit down, that's leadership. I Saturday, am I nodded, trouble? Feeling steady. No, he said. Later, you're getting promoted. Coffee. I blinked. You seem different, what? She said. You earned it, he said. I replied. No excuses. Scary different. No drama. Peaceful different. I nodded slowly. I said. She smiled. He smiled. I like this version. You did this. I'm still learning. I told Jason that night. I replied. They finally That's allowed, me. She said. They always talked about work, about plans. You just stayed long enough for it to matter. You don't flinch anymore. Sarah texted when she heard. Proud of what? I stared at the message longer than I should have. She replied, "That feels good." I'm not afraid of losing myself. Jason laughed. I said, "Get used to it." She watched me carefully. Weeks passed. You won't let anyone control you again. Look at you. No, Jason said. I replied. I needed a reset. Not even me, I replied. Especially not you. You needed permission, I said gently. From whom? She laughed. Yourself. Good answer. It's the truth, Sarah said. That night, don't flinch Jason handed me my phone. I stopped expecting the floor to drop. He said. I replied. I figured. That's growth, she said. She said Linda's not doing well. It feels strange. I waited. She's alone, can be healthy, he added. She replied. And when asked, I opened Jason studied me. Photos stared back at me. Exactly. That's the past, I said. Jason I expected guilt. I know. It didn't come. I replied. You okay? Then why keep it? Jason asked. I held a picture of Linda and Eric. I replied. I thought that scares me a little, he said. Does it? He asked. It shouldn't. No, I said. It means I photos away. Sarah called. The sound was quiet. Jason told me. She said. You okay? I thought it might reach you. I am, I said. How do you feel? I didn't feel anything. I don't feel responsible. That's peace, he replied. There was a phone rang the next day. That's growth, it's Carol, said. Jason said. That's freedom. I replied. Hi, I remembered the years. Just checking on you, she said. I confused obedience with loyalty. She paused. Aloud. Things Sarah answered quietly. I figured, I said. Eric quit his job, I replied. She added. At dinner, that's his choice. Said. I replied. You used to bend. She sighed. I used to break. Your mother's stressed. Now, I hope she figures it out. I said. My career she misses you. Forward quickly. Carol said carefully. You're confident. I miss who I thought she was. My manager said I replied. I trust myself. That's fair. That shows, she said. Jason asked, Sarah, you okay? And I walked home together. Yes, I said. I don't feel like I didn't feel guilty, she said. Good, he replied. I replied. At work, Sarah noticed my mood. She corrected. Something happened. So do I. Family noise. She stopped. You don't look shaken. She replied. Of being hurt again, I said. I am. I'm done carrying but I won't live small because of it. I like this version of my hand. I'm still learning him. I worked hard for it. Another call came a week later. Weeks passed Eric's borrowing money. I like boring, Jason said. I asked. So do I. Everyone, I replied. She replied. One afternoon, that won't end well. Carol texted again. I said. She asked about you. She agreed. I typed back. Hung up. I hope she's okay. That scares me. Sarah saw my admitted to Jason. You didn't go back. It shouldn't, he replied. No, I'm not responsible. You won't. I know. I can't. I said. I finally know. Not without losing myself. Work kept rewarding consistency. She nodded. You're reliable, my manager said. I replied. I learned the hard way. I thought about control, about how it dressed itself. You're allowed to enjoy this. I'm trained to shrink, I said one night, Jason raised a glass. You grew instead to your new life. Yes, quiet victories. Another promotion came. They're the best kind, my manager said. I passed my Old Street once. I replied. I didn't Sarah hugged me that night. You didn't look back. I'm proud of Jason noted. Thank you. I don't live there anymore. For choosing yourself, Carol called again. For surviving, sold, I corrected. I'm sorry. She looked at me seriously. I replied. Pain shaped you. You don't sound guilty. Define me, she said. I replied. I'm not. That sentence felt final. After the call, I slept well. Sarah asked. Weeks later, do you regret leaving? Carol sent one last message. Not even a little. She's moving away. Not anymore. I read it twice. I replied. I stood in my room that night, surrounded by things I chose. I replied. This is mine. Sarah watched me. I whispered. No tears. Jason heard me. No, I said. You built it, he said. Anger. I slept deeply for the first time in years. Just calm, she said. The power had shifted quietly. I replied. And it stayed with me. I stood by the window, not waiting for anyone. I had a life. I had boundaries. I had peace. Jason clapped my shoulder. She can't control you anymore. She never can again. I replied. Sarah smiled at me. You're free. Yes, I said. And I plan to stay that way. I didn't win by watching her lose. I won by choosing myself. That was justice enough. I woke up with the sunlight cutting across my room. Jason peeked in. Up already? Yes, I said. You look different, he said. I feel different, I replied. At breakfast, Sarah called. Morning, she said. Morning, I replied. You sound calm, she said. I am, I said. She laughed softly. I can tell. Do you remember the boy I was? I asked. The one who wanted everyone to love him? Yes, I said. That boy begged for approval. He lived in fear of rejection. And now, I'm a man who chooses his own path, I said. Jason raised an eyebrow. That's growth. Yes, I said. And a kind of quiet revenge. Revenge. Living well, I said. Not through yelling or punishment. Just through peace. I poured coffee in my mug. I used to think revenge was satisfying someone else's pain. Now, I know it can be silent. It can be survival. It can be happiness. Sarah smiled. That sounds like victory. It is, I replied. Carol texted later. Linda's leaving town. I didn't reply immediately. Jason asked, You okay? I'm fine, I said. I feel closure. You sound lighter, he said. I am, I replied. At work, Sarah noticed my demeanor. You're not looking back, she said. I'm not, I replied. There's nothing behind me worth holding on to. That's brave, she said. It's necessary, I replied. I walked through the city streets that evening, sunlight fading into gold. Do you remember, I said aloud to no one in particular, how afraid I used to be? Jason, walking beside me, said, I do. You hid in corners, waited for their approval. I begged for love that wasn't mine to demand, I said. And now, I take what I choose. I live without fear, I said. Sarah reached for my hand. That's beautiful, she said. It's real, I said. That night, I stood at the window of my apartment, looking out at the city lights. I was a boy who wanted to be loved at any cost, I said aloud. Now I'm a man who respects himself. I forgave myself long ago, and I don't owe her forgiveness. Jason leaned against the doorframe. Do you feel free? I do, I said. Later, I found an old photo of myself as a boy, arms stretched out, smiling at nothing in particular. You look so small, I whispered. So unsure. Sarah said softly, and yet you survived. I did, I replied, and I'll keep surviving. The phone buzzed with another message from Carol. She asked if you're happy. I typed back slowly, I am. Jason read over my shoulder. Short and perfect, he said. I don't need to say more, I replied. I remembered Linda's words, the ones that tore me apart. You were never my real son. I smiled faintly. I am real, I whispered. I was real before her words, and I'm real now. Sarah placed her hand on my shoulder. You've grown into yourself, she said. I have, I said, and I'll keep walking forward. I thought of the boy who cried for love. He's gone. The man I am now stands in his place. I don't flinch at past pain. I don't hope for her regret. I don't chase closure because I already found it. Jason said quietly, You finally won. Yes, I replied, without raising my voice, without breaking anyone else, just by living well. Later, I packed a small bag. Where are you going? Sarah asked. Forward, I replied. No turning back? No, I said. This is my life now. I walked through the door, leaving behind every expectation, every hurt, every shadow of doubt. Jason and Sarah watched quietly, knowing this was more than a step. It was freedom. Jason said, You're not the boy anymore. I'm not, I replied. I'm the man who chooses himself. The streets felt different now, open wide. I breathed deeply. Every step I took was mine. No chains, no guilt, no apology owed or demanded. Sarah said softly, You carry peace with you. I do, I said. I thought again of Linda, alone in her choices, Eric gone, and realized karma didn't need my hands. It already had its course. I didn't gloat, didn't wish her pain. I simply walked forward unburdened. Jason smiled. That's true victory. Yes, I said. It always was. The night air was cool. The city lights blurred softly in the distance. I stopped for a moment, looked at my reflection in a window. A stranger smiled back. A man built from hurt, shaped by choices, strengthened by survival. Hello, I whispered. Hello to freedom. I continued walking. Not backward. Not for anyone who never believed in me. Not for anyone who tried to break me. Forward. Always forward. And I was finally free.